friends, welcome. Anna, you are joining us from Washington, D.C., Martina from Toronto, Canada, and Simone from Mexico City. Thank you all for being here on very short notice. We appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Thanks for having us.
And the reason we wanted you to be here is because we want to make sense of a very fast-moving story playing out in all three of the countries where you are based, involving the leaders from each of those countries. What had been President Trump's original plan for
big partners? So a 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico, virtually across the board, except a lower tariff on Canadian oil. From cars, lumber, natural gas, beer, vegetables, pretty much everything that we're importing from those countries.
Okay, and let's put China aside for just a moment, since it has felt like this was primarily about our neighbors to the north and south, Canada and Mexico. I want to put the impact of 25% tariffs into perspective for both countries as conceived of over the past few days by Trump. What would it do to each of them, and in turn, I guess, to U.S. consumers? Martina, let me start with you.
Well, Michael, we should start by saying that the three economies have just been so deeply integrated because of existing free trade agreements that have been put in place and then renegotiated over the past several decades. And so for Canada specifically, the impact would be catastrophic. Economists predict that such tariffs would tip the Canadian economy into a recession, and we could see hundreds of thousands of jobs lost. For example, in the province of Ontario, which is the heart of the Canadian automotive industry, the predictions are that up to 500,000 people could lose their jobs. So it would be truly meaningful and devastating for the Canadian economy and for Canadians.
And Simone, putting aside the developments of Monday for just a moment,
Huge amount of fear and trepidation about these tariffs. There was the expectation that they would cause a devastating blow to Mexico's economy. And this is really mainly because, Mexico, more than any other major economy,